Rabbi Isai, my name is Rabbi Pesach Krohn, and I just want to appeal to all of you. We are living now through a very, very difficult, a terrible time of tzara when Eretz Yisrael is in a state of war. And of course, we need Hashem's help more than ever. The question that we ask ourselves, what should be our reaction? What should we be doing about it? Those of us outside in Eretz Yisrael, those of us not on the war front. And I want to share with you a story that happened 47 years ago, in July of 1976. There was a French airliner that was traveling from Eretz Yisrael to France, and it was hijacked. And it was taken first to Athens and then to Uganda, and in a place called Entebbe. And there were many, many hostages on that flight. The Palestinians let those that were not Jewish off, but all the hostages in Entebbe were in terrible, terrible danger. Yidden all over the world were davening. And I will never forget a fellow Moshe Zucker who told me he was in Mir Yeshiva at the time. Rab Chaim Shmulevitz was asked to lead the Tillim, and he was going to go up and to speak to the people. He was very elderly. It was difficult for him to walk, and he walked from the back of the Beis Medrash up to the front. And as he turned around, he looked out at the tremendous crowd, over 1,000 people, ready to daven, ready to be inspired, and ready to be elevated. And he just started crying. He couldn't say a word. And finally he said, daven as if it was your father or your mother or your brother or your sister on that plane. And that's how we should be davening. That's how we should be thinking. We should feel the pain as if it was our brother, our sister, our father, our mother that's in those difficult, dangerous areas in Eretz Yisrael. But there is something more as well. You know, the Gemara tells us in Makkos Daf Yud Amud Aleph, there's a pasuk in Tillim Kuf Chav Beis Beis, Oimdais Hayu Ragleinu. Our feet, the feet of the soldiers, were able to be firm and then be victorious in war. Bisharayach Yerushalayim. And the Gemara tells us, Mi Goram, what caused that the feet of the soldiers in Milchama should be strong and victorious? That was because Shari Yerushalayim Shayo Oiskim B'Torah, because the people in Yerushalayim were Oisik B'Torah. And so what I would say to all of us, of course we're going to say Tillim, but we should always be learning. We should, all of us, should be learning. And the best thing is, fathers and sons, make a Seder for an hour if you can, a father with a child. And I'll tell you why. Because when Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu before he passed away that he should write the Torah, he said he should write it on avonim, stones. Why? I once heard Evan is Av, Ben, and Nechet. That's the legacy of Torah, through the parent, the child, and the grandchild. And you know something? When Moshe Rabbeinu said to Paro said, let the Jews go out, but I'll keep the children. He said, no, B'nereinu Keinenu Nelech. We're going with the children, and he mentioned the children first, the children and the adults. Today, Rabbi Isai, Klal Yisrael needs help. We need to daven, and we need to learn. Let's learn Avos Sabonim. That's the legacy of Klal Yisrael. Oimdais Hayu Ragleinu B'Sharayach Yerushalayim. We want the soldiers to be victorious. They can be victorious if they have us behind us with our learning and our davening. Let's learn Avos Sabonim. It's the greatest zechus in the world when parents are learning with children. And in that way, Klal Yisrael will be able to be victorious and save as many as possible. There should be no more death of any Yidden, not only in Eretz Yisrael, but anywhere.